U.S. cycling has long been dominated by white athletes. Just 1% of professional riders are black.
But over the past few years, there has been significant strides in the sports, and I got a chance to meet some of the biggest stars in cycling on their mission to empower the next generation of black cyclists. He is one of the world's rising stars in the sport of cycling.
And Justin Williams, ladies and gentlemen.
LA's very own Justin Williams.
I've been in cycling for 22 years now, and I've gone through the whole spectrum of being a junior racer in America, being on the national team, signing a pro contract, going over to Europe and chasing the Tour de France.
The 11-time national champion and professional cyclist, however, believes his purpose for suiting up is far greater than any race or victory.
If I could give one kid that comes from where I come from the perspective, the world is what you make it, not what is in front of you, then I think that I would have done my job.
Born in South Central LA, Williams, along with his Belizean-American family, lived in his childhood home at 39th and Normandy. The 35-year-old recalls a time while growing up when the neighborhood was riddled with crime and drug activity.
And did you have friends or did you know people who lost their lives because of the times that we were living in?
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, I've been shot at on multiple occasions, been in altercations growing up, either defending friends or, again, just being in the wrong spot at the wrong time, wearing the wrong thing.
The renowned champ credits his love for cycling for keeping him out of trouble. And now he wants to do the same for the next generation of cyclists growing up in similar circumstances. That's why Williams and his brother Corey, also an award-winning pro cyclist, founded the sports management company Williams Racing Development, overseeing 3 criterium racing teams with the goal of increasing diversity and inclusion in cycling. We caught up with Williams moments before a swift ride with the champ.
Why was it important for you to sort of push this narrative of diversity?
I wanted more people to be a part of that, and I felt like the way that I could do that was by creating something, a platform where black people could feel welcome, where people of color could feel welcome.
So why aren't black men cycling at the numbers that you would like to see?
I think it has a lot to do with just getting them exposed to the sport. I think the freedom that comes with the bike, and it's about getting people introduced to the sport in a way that they can relate to. Let's go, let's go.
Williams speaks from experience, but cycling has historically been a sport dominated by white athletes.
When I'm thinking about cycling, I start to go back to the 1880s and 1890s. Early bicycle marketing focused mostly on wealthy and maybe to some extent middle-class white people. There was a rationale that if black people started riding bikes, then white people wouldn't want to do it anymore. In the last 10 years or so, I've seen more and more commercials that have black cyclists in them. The first that I remember was a Hennessy commercial that featured Major Taylor. If black people grow up and anytime they see cycling on TV and they don't see anyone that looks like themselves, then it's hard for them to imagine themselves competing in that sport. At the professional level, the Tour de France, the Giro d'Italia, only 1% of those cyclists are black.
Black cyclists, however, are making progress in the sport. This past summer, history was written as 24-year-old Eritrean cyclist Biniam Girmay Hailu became the first black rider to win a Tour de France stage since the competition's inception back in 1903.
What a brilliant win by Biniam Girmay.
It's the biggest dream in sport. A big champion inspired me. Daniel Teclaimont is the first black African rider to compete on Tour de France 2015. I was quite young, 15 years old, and then I'm just thinking, yeah, Tour de France is only for European or only for white people.
What do you think it's going to take for more people to get in the game of cycling when it comes to people of color?
I would like to see a lot of sponsoring interesting from different countries. If there is no one black rider, for example, on cycling, if there is no one on the big high level, there is not a lot of inspiration. I hope I can give a lot of inspiration or a lot of opportunity for the other like me.
Let's get it done.
This is wild.
To inspire the next generation of cyclists, Williams focuses on introducing as many black and brown kids to cycling through his team, Legion of Los Angeles.
I did a race in Harlem, New York, and I'll never forget this. I do the race. I'll win the race, and there's so many black people in the middle of the street waving flags, jumping up and down. It was like we did something, right? And that's where the dream of Legion Los Angeles was born. I came home, I called my little brother, I said, we're starting a team. And we're gonna take everything that we know about the sports that we love, football, basketball, and we're gonna try to create something that's bigger than cycling, that's bigger than us.
Today, you'll find countless cyclists, both women and men of color, like myself, cycling not just for the sport.
If you wanna get healthy, if you wanna get out, you wanna explore, you need time for yourself, it's an incredible hobby to start there.
It really is a great hobby. I tried to pick up basketball. I played golf for a couple of years. It just didn't work. It wasn't for me. But this here is pretty cool.
And I know how much you love it.
Oh, love it, love it.